Alright guys, happy Saturday. It's the next day. So let's start off with how the rest of last night went. So last night was pretty good. I didn't have like a crash or nothing. I will say this though, I was pretty like hungry, like just like constantly snacking and hungry for the rest of the night. And then at about 8, I actually was just like, I'm tired, I'm like ready for bed. I wasn't like exhausted or like fog brainy. I was just like, oh, I'm tired. So when the girls went to bed at 8:30, I just went to bed as well. So I slept pretty good. I set my alarm for 6:30, got up, took it, and I did just go back and lay in the bed. I probably didn't like crawl out of bed until like 8 maybe. And I don't feel like it ever kicked in. Like I don't have any energy. Yesterday, how I had like that half hour where I felt like really relaxed and like slow. I didn't have that feeling, but I figured, well, if I was laying in bed, then it wouldn't matter. But I thought at some point I would get the clarity and the alertness that I had yesterday, but it's been like total, I'm just like, I feel like I didn't take anything. So like when I would take the Adderall extended release, and like I said, I would feel like I needed a break, I would be like exhausted. But this, it's not like that. It's just like my normal, this is like how I would normally feel if I hadn't taken anything. Just kind of foggy and yawny and tired and stuff. So I just felt like that all day. I mean, it's already 10:47. I still like, I feel like I didn't take anything today. So I don't know. The difference is, obviously I wasn't up walking around when I first took it. I did drink my, see, that's where I am, where I can't like freaking think. I did drink my nutrition shake, but I did not add the extra protein to it, so maybe that made a difference. I don't know. I went to Fry's. I just picked up my iron pills. They're like, ooh, they're like black pills. You can see them through there. They're like black little pills. So she gave me like a 90-day supply, so I'm supposed to take one a day. The pharmacist did say, you know, if you want to take it with something acidic because it helps absorb it, I guess. But he also mentioned people just complain about getting like kind of like the burps from here. So he said if I want to eat and then take it. So I went ahead and just ate. I had some leftovers from yesterday, so I ate my leftovers and I just took this right now. It's like a 325 milligram tablet. And then when I go back to my doctor, you know, in a month, she's going to redo my blood work and see how my iron level is. So for now, I'll probably take this just in the afternoon when I eat, like when I'm at work, because I eat on that first break or whatever, just so I get used to just taking it separate from my Vyvanse. The girls and I did a little bit of our errands, like, because I said I had to go to Fry's, but we have a kind of like a produce on wheels type thing that happens. So there was one happening at the school, so I went. It was like $15 and you get a bunch of produce, so I went ahead and randomly got that. I'll keep you posted, because since I did just eat something, maybe the Vyvanse just hasn't really metabolized properly yet, because I didn't really eat anything, or because I didn't do the extra protein with the other thing this morning. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I basically feel like I didn't take anything. I feel very foggy, like I would if I hadn't taken anything, and I'm a little phlegmy. Alright, hello, good morning guys. Sorry, I didn't film yesterday. Sunday, I worked a double shift, so I just kind of got up and got ready for work, but sorry, my allergies are acting up. But it's 8 o'clock. I showered yesterday and everything, so I'm not showering today, but usually, if I had taken my Adderall, I would actually be dressed by now, because I would have got dressed in the morning after getting the girls ready for school. But today, so this Vyvanse it's like I haven't taken anything. It's not working like at all. Like I am so hungry like all day long. Like my stomach is like a bottomless pit. Yesterday at work, the whole first half of work, all I could think of was like, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. When do we go to break? I need to eat. I'm hungry, I'm hungry. So we go to break, I eat, I'm satisfied for a little while, and then the rest of the shift, all I'm thinking about is like every 10 minutes I'm looking at the time, like, is it time to go yet? And I've been working at this Amazon for almost 5 months, and I've been on this ADHD medication journey. Even when I was taking the other medication, I've never felt like, I was never looking at the time and bored and wanting to like leave. So I'm definitely I'm back to basically being unmedicated. So I'm starting to realize how much the Adderall was actually helping. So, I'm going to email my doctor real quick because, like, I can't. Like, this morning, usually I would take the Adderall. Yeah, I'd wake up kind of groggy, but I get up because it's like, I know I gotta get up. I'd take my Adderall, make the girls breakfast, wake up the girls, and usually by the time I wake up the girls, the Adderall's kicked in. I'm in a decent mood, like I'm patient, I'm not like annoyed because they're not hurrying up. I actually help them get ready. I make their lunches, I make my bed, I get dressed, or I pick out my clothes if I'm in a shower. I kind of pick up a little bit. Today I sat in this spot for probably 10 minutes. I just sat there getting annoyed with my kids. So sad. And I basically was just like, hurry up and get ready, like, and then I sat here like, oh wait, I still gotta make my younger daughter's lunch. Like, my older daughter makes her lunch. My younger daughter, she'll get herself ready, but I was, because she's, you know, ADHD is, well, actually they're both ADHD, just totally different. There's my alarm telling me to get ready. Oh, and I would have filled my water bottle. I didn't even fill my water bottle yet. Like, so, I know they say the Vyvanse doesn't kick in for a while, but I don't got 2 hours to wait. And it didn't, I mean, it hasn't kicked in. I'm on day 4, and it still hasn't, like, it's just not working. When I used to take the Adderall, see, now, I'm scatterbrained. I don't even know what I'm saying. You know, I mentioned on the day 1, so I can't even think. Day 1, there's words, like, I'll be talking to someone, like, I tried talking to Ricky yesterday before work, like, I was trying to say something about, he wanted to wash the towels, and I was like, well, the girls still need to take a shower, and then he's like, oh, this and that, and I was like, I'm trying to talk, and I, like, literally, I cannot get the words out, I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm like, oh my god, like, back up, like, I can't even talk, and then, like, the first day, like I said, there's certain words, like, randomly, I'll lose the word. So, like, I went to talk to my manager yesterday about me being on restrictions and accommodations or whatever. I could not think of the word restriction mid-conversation with her. Like, I couldn't even think of the word, and I'm like, ugh, like, I'm like, oh my god. Like, people probably think I'm, like, so, like, out of it. And then, sorry, I'm gonna put you guys down here for a minute. It's gonna be weird. I'll fill up my water. I just don't want to run late, because now I'm, like, so scattered, and it's loud, I'm sorry. Yeah, so I'm losing words in conversation, or I can't, like, I can't get a sentence out sometimes because my brain's thinking too fast, my mouth can't keep up. I'm losing words. I'm just hungry all the time. I'm, like, so hungry. So let's try to think of stuff it was helping with. So, like I told my doctor, I thought something was missing from the Adderall because my house is still not getting clean. But at the same time, like, I have to remember, like, I'm working now, and I always kept up with my house because I wasn't working. So I guess I was hoping I was going to be super mom and be able to do everything, which you just can't. The difference, though, with the Adderall was my mornings were so much more like they weren't so much like get up and go, but it was like, it was easy, and I was in a, like I said, I was a little more patient. So it was like the fog would lift, everything would be clear, I'd be alert, and then I would get ready with the girls, and there was no stopping and thinking and sitting there like, oh wait, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I still need to do this, or I need to do that. And then, like, running late, like waking my kids up, 5-10 minutes later than I normally would have, because I'm stuck here like, I don't know what I'm doing. So that's kind of annoying. I know I'm all over the place today because it's like I'm not medicated at all. So I had Saturday off. I kind of checked in with you guys. So I took it at 6:30. When I would take the Adderall extended release, here I go, I finally figured out what I was going to say earlier. When I took the Adderall extended release, that one did kind of hype me up way more than the instant release Adderall, which was weird. But I would take that at 6:30, and within like an hour, I was like, all right, get out of bed. Like, I did not want to lay there. I was like, get up, go. So this one, I was hoping it would be the same thing. I was like, well, if it takes an hour, hour and a half to kick in anyways, I'll take it at 6:30. I gotta get ready at 8. Usually by 8, hopefully I'll be ready to go. I had to like force myself to get out of bed and get ready on Saturday. And then I noticed I would just do little, like I get irritated with Ricky, just little things. That it's more like I'm just impatient. Like, okay, hurry up already. Like, we wanted to do something. We had some stuff on the side of the house we needed to like move and reposition. And Ricky, he always, like, when he's ready to do something, it's like, drop what you're doing and do what he wants to do. And when I was on the Adderall, like, I didn't care. I'll be like, all right, cool, let's do it, I'll help you. This time, because I'm not medicated, I was just like, dude, like, because my older daughter and I were actually watching a show together. It's like this zombie apocalypse type show. And I think it's called The Last of Us or something like that. So anyway, so we're watching this, and he's like, all right, I'm going to do this now. I'm like right now? Like, so I got annoyed with that. And then I'm out there helping him. I thought we were just going to pull, like, one thing out of the side of the house. We get one thing out and then put it back. Oh, no, we got to, like, turn it around and, like, move it around. I'm like, oh, my God. I was like, oh, this is taking forever. Like, geez. And normally, like, when the medication was working, like, I wasn't annoyed. And so I noticed, like, my patience is gone. I have no patience anymore. I'm not so much getting, like, hangry like I normally would yet, but I'm just, like, hungry all the time. Obviously, there's no ups and downs, there's no crashes, because it's, like, it's not even doing, like, it's not even working at all. Day one, I thought, oh, maybe it kind of kicked in because I felt, like, really relaxed for a little bit. And then after I took a shower, I kind of did feel alert, and I felt kind of steady all day. So I thought, okay, cool. Like, if this is how it's going to be, then that might be good. And then Saturday, I was like, nope, it didn't work at all. Like I said, I was like short. I was like annoyed. I didn't have any clarity. I was stuck in that fog brain like all day. I just wanted to stuff my face with food like all day. Yesterday, I took it at, I woke up 6:30, took it, laid back down. When I lay back down, I don't go back to sleep. I'm just awake laying there. But like I said, at least with the Adderall extended release, it would kick in and be like it would give me that like urgency, like get up. This one, you're just laying there. I'm like, I don't think it's telling me to do anything. Got ready for work. Like I said, all I could think about was how hungry I was. And then I just was thinking about how I wanted to go home all day, which kind of sucked. Granted, I did do a double shift. I did 10 hours yesterday. And then all 3 days, I've gone to bed at like 8:30. Normally, I'm up till like later. So I guess that's better, like I'm going to bed earlier. This morning, taking it, I was just I want to say it was a shit show. Like, trying to get my kids ready for school, I feel bad. I was just like short, like, hurry up already. Or maybe that's another thing at work, because I'm stuck doing like cleaning stuff. It's like, okay, like, it's dragging on. Like, but then there's days like I'll do the splitting at Amazon, which is very repetitive and very boring to a lot of people, but the time flies by when I'm on my medication. So anyway, so I'm gonna, since I'm not showering, it's already 8:08. I'm gonna so I'm still foggy. Like, I physically feel foggy. I keep yawning. The only thing is, like, I do feel like my heart beat is up a little bit, but then I don't have any benefits of the actual, like, stuff that's supposed to help with my symptoms. So I'm gonna email my doctor real quick and then get ready. Most likely she's gonna try increasing my dose before switching me back to Adderall, but at this point I'm like, man, I don't know if it's even worth it anymore. But now I realize how much the Adderall actually was working, because I was like, oh, something's missing. Well, maybe that was the best it was gonna be, and now I gotta be okay with that. My issue, I think my doctor's issue, was when I was like, well, I haven't cleaned my house in like a month, which actually was, I was over exaggerating, because I did clean my house before we went camping. I cleaned my house before we went camping, but there's no sense of urgency with it like there used to be, and there's no like negative talk to myself when I don't do it. Like, when I'm not medicated, then I look around, I'm like, oh my God, like, you need to freaking clean, like, pick up, you know. And I do basic pickup all the time, so my house doesn't really look dirty. It's just, I have a high standard now. And things need to be in a certain place, and when they're not in a certain place, it stresses me out normally. But when I was on the Adderall, it just wasn't stressing me out anymore. So, you know, I don't know. Anyways, oh yeah, see, I just remember too. So I'm more like chatty, like in my head to myself, and when I'm at home, I tend to talk to myself out loud. Well, I noticed I was doing it at work, like talking to myself out loud at work. Like, I'm like, man, I don't want to sound like a total crazy person, but that's what I feel like. All right, oh my gosh, I look like crap today. It's 1 o'clock. We only did 3 hours today, so I'm home. I don't pick up the girls from school till 2:40, which is good because this morning was a freaking mess. Like, I didn't get like any of my normal stuff done. Usually I like make my bed, and I was gonna order groceries online before going to work like I did the last 2 weeks, but I was like running late. So I did email my doctor. She hasn't emailed me back yet. I basically just kind of listed like the issues I'm having, like the ADHD, the ADHD symptoms that are kind of like back that aren't being like that aren't helping right now. And so I asked, like, do we adjust the dose? Do we give it a little more time, or do we try, like, or something else? Like, I don't know. So it's Monday. Maybe she's not there today, or she might be busy. I'll check again in a little bit. So since we're off early, that gives me a little bit of time. I'm gonna try to order the groceries. Hopefully I can still pick them up like later today.